Oh my god, when can we have a long rest? Because I feel like I'm leveling up, right?
Yeah, we all level.
Long rest is the break.
You just exploded out of the only world you've ever known, so I wouldn't necessarily be like, oh, nap time.
Woo, I need to take a load off here.
I don't think I'll be able to sleep for a while.
All right, so now the thing we're going to do next, remember I said we're going to do like a question answer thing, okay? Is that okay with everyone?
Sure.
Okay, so we have just finished the season finale recording. This is going to be released as a separate episode, which means we have had one episode released every week for more than a year. And that's the end of season 1. So hooray, we did it. I can't believe we did it. So now we're going to talk about stuff about the podcast. Things like what did you like or not like, and what were your favorite moments, and stuff like that. So should I just ask a question and just go around?
Sure.
Sure, okay.
Mhm.
So I guess we'll just start with Ashley. Let's do the bad stuff first. What do you think didn't work, and what could we have done better? What were things that you didn't like about how we did the first season? Everyone loved it, and everything's perfect?
I liked it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
there was times in the beginning where I thought our pacing was slow.
Yeah.
But I don't think that I feel like that's a regular story too. Things were slow, and then a bunch of stuff happened when we kind of got more purpose and knew what we were doing. Yeah.
Cool. Chris, what about you? Anything that you would like anything you would have liked us to have done differently?
Not really. I feel like everything was done really well. I liked the parts in the game where we got to role play more,
Yeah.
and I wish we could have gotten just a little bit more role.
Yeah,
play.
maybe less combat, more roleplay.
Yeah, just
Okay.
story building.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, there'll be a lot of that coming up. Ryan?
So in the beginning, I felt like we weren't getting enough gold and we weren't getting enough like crazy magic items and
Right.
stuff as compared to other D&D games that I've played in, but looking back on those games and reflecting like that amount of gold and overpowered magic items like has a tendency to drive the story in insane directions because you're so overpowered. So in hindsight, I think that it was just right. I think that if you would have given us even more overpowered magic items, then we would have been able to nerf our way out of situations. And as it is, it was nice and challenging.
The danger is of giving lots of magic items is that they make situations too easy for players to solve. So yeah, that is a risk. I want to have you guys to have access to fun stuff, especially weird stuff to make things more interesting. But at the same time, I don't. I want it to be valuable when you get it. I want it to be exciting. Oh, we got a magic item! Wow, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Danielle,
I think I'm along the same lines that I like the role playing elements more, but I think there's a good balance.
Cool.
I enjoyed it.
what were your favorite things?
I just wanted to add one
Yeah.
more thing. At first, I thought that maybe we weren't getting as much XP as other games that I've been a part of.
Right.
And I thought that might have been a limitation. But again, when you retrospectively look back on it, the way that the experience works, it allows you to do more story and less combat, because the more you increase in level, the more players want to
Use
engage
those
in
abilities.
fights,
Yeah.
use those
Yeah.
abilities,
Yeah.
and it might slow down that aspect of the game.
Also, keep in mind the time horizon we're dealing with here. This is taking place over the series over like 4 or 5 months, and I don't want to wave the realism banner too much here for a fantasy game, but you don't go from Joe Schmo to God in 4 months,
Mhm.
right? So I'd like to at least keep some sense of progress and leave plenty of room for you guys to grow in the future episodes. So, Ashley, what do you think worked well? What's something that you want more of in the game?
I just like playing Tara. So I guess I enjoyed the times when I got to like role play her thoughts and like explain why she would do or think what she's doing. So that was fun.
Cool. Chris, the same thing. I'm guessing you enjoy
And combat.
Oh,
I like
combat. You like
combat.
combat. All right. Yeah, Tara's very good in combat. She's very good at that. Chris?
My favorite thing was getting to know each of the players, and so that way being able to play off you guys a little bit more. I also enjoyed my character. I've never played this kind of character before, so it felt really cool to be able to play against who I am as a person, because he's so direct in everything he does and says what's on his mind.
He's great for the podcast, yes.
And I kind of like that it creates a little bit of levity and jokes among the story. I think that's fun.
Brian?
This may sound like a selfish answer, but learning more about Paxton's backstory, like whenever he went from cleric to multi-class fighter overnight, and learning that he was Frith and everything, and most of the other D&D games I've played have, the story is just kind of background to an excuse to getting you into fights so that you can get a bunch of gold and magic items and stuff. So this one is definitely more role-play heavy, and I think I've enjoyed role-playing about Paxton's character development, especially the conversations I've had with Aster.
Yeah, that's been fun to watch as the DM. Athelflaed, anything you like or want to see more of?
I agree. I like the layers of characterization and the backstories that people have, and they happen to come across someone that came in through their past. They didn't just poof and enter into the game world as a blank character. So I enjoy those interesting backstories.
Who was your favorite NPC?
Obviously, Lumpin.
Lumpin.
I love Lumpin. I also like Epilema a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I have to
great.
agree.
I like Epilema a lot, too. I'm going to tell everyone a secret now. Lumpin was supposed to be an irritating character because he's inspired by Teddy Ruxpin.
Oh, yes. Had one of those, yes.
And he was not supposed to be a character that everyone just loved. He was supposed to be a character that everyone rolled their eyes at and got irritated by. But somehow he ended up being too charming, and everyone loved him. So,
and he developed like some sort of sentient sense of morality towards the end.
Right.
It's because he grew in so many layers as a character. He might be the NPC that had the most development.
Right.
Yeah.
I hope that one of the spirits brought him up too.
I was kind of hoping Epilema made her way out. We'll see. Epilema's a lot of fun to do as the DM.
That makes me feel like half of the population was killed, like in Avengers Infinity War, where Thanos stops to say half of you are gone.
Was there a favorite memorable line or moment in the game?
Get to the hopper.
Oh, you liked it? Yeah, Atolf was also fun to do. I don't do a good German accent, but he was fun to do.
Oh, I liked him.
Oh yeah? All right.
That whole fight was fun. I mean, I know we lost Finn, so that part was bad, but we also were going to anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun set piece.
Yeah. So then, and then getting to use the first Ettenfriend potion.
Oh, yeah.
That was one of my favorite moments.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you guys used the Ettenfriend potion. I actually had forgotten that you had that and might use it. But yeah, that was very cool to see you guys put that to use. And also its restrictions on how you talk. That was a fun little gameplay, role-playing tweak. What was your anything else anyone wants to add? Favorite moment?
Maybe selfishly, I liked each moment that Esther had to develop closer connections to each of these characters.
Yeah.
And I haven't had a chance to have that moment with Terry yet, which I'm waiting for the right time to throw that one out.
And Tara, I think, is avoiding it as much as possible.
Oh, I hear wedding bells.
What was there a favorite magic item? A favorite weird magic item?
That banana of Discord was pretty
Yeah.
We
wild.
never got to use it.
I know.
I haven't really used the action that you can use on my loquacious locket, and I always want to use it like my persuasion, but my persuasion it already
It's
makes
so
it
high,
so darn
yeah.
high.
Yeah.
I really like the mace of selfless vampirism
Yes.
because
That sounds cool.
I feel like it fits the character in the sense that it hurts and it heals.
Right. Yeah, so that was something that someone had left for Frith, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, the idea to encourage him to, help other people.
I wish we got to see the loot of annoyance. You've mentioned that throughout every time they would go to a thing. And that's why I wanted to buy it a few episodes ago.
Yeah.
But I felt like
You passed it up.
it might have destroyed us too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it annoys everyone.
Yeah.
Right? There's no safety from the loot of annoyance. So
It sounded like a fun gameplay mechanic.
yeah. The same with the Banana of Discord. Is a lot of fun to throw at anybody nearby gets affected by it, but it didn't get used.
I do think the Frith reveal was fun too.
Yeah.
As we were like walking in, like, what if Paxton is Frith, and then Paxton is Frith.
Yeah. You guessed it.
Yeah, and what does that mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoyed actually the interview episodes. Those were fun for me, just to play out.
The one where they're being interrogated?
Yeah.
I loved that.
Those were fun.
That was
I
fun.
just sound confused the entire time.
Yeah, poor Ethelflad. I got to be fair to Danielle here, too. During the course of the interview recording, Danielle remembered more stuff, but it was so much fun to have Ethelflad confused that I just cut out a lot of that, so she just sounded confused the whole way through. It was just too much fun to have Ethelflad not know what was going on.
I think I was confusing the interrogator throughout the skit.
Did your character evolve in any ways that you didn't expect? Obviously, Paxton did.
Yeah, no comment.
We should start with your character.
Yeah, I definitely started the game as a pacifist, and then like as a player, I thought that would be an interesting angle to play a character who's a pacifist. And then I got a few battles in and I realized that just kind of hanging out in the background and not doing anything is not going to be good radio, and it's not fun to play.
Right.
So I figured that maybe him realizing that you can't go through life like that, like you got to fight for something, is an interesting character angle and makes him more fun to play.
Anybody else?
I had the reverse effect of that.
Yeah.
When I made the character, I wanted him to be flamboyant, and I wanted him to be like
Action
resourceful and be able to fight and all this stuff. But then I thought it would be cool to make him struggle with the fact of killing so many. Even though he's a thief, he's never had to do that before. And it allowed me to play on all of the characters in the game to try to increase interactions.
That's cool.
And that was really fun to do.
Yeah. Did Tara evolve in any interesting or surprising way?
Not particularly. I mean, kind of Tara started out just wanting to be a hero, and
she achieved that.
Yeah, I think when it became a oh, okay, this is what I have to do, but God, don't let anyone know if this is the wrong thing to do, and like having to disguise herself when normally she'd kind of want the notoriety, because this was sort of a maybe we shouldn't do this sort of thing. She kind of hid from that.
Right. Yeah, it's that's interesting for your party. Normally in a campaign like this, your party becomes famous and saves everybody, and everybody knows who they are. You guys have been kind of low profile. Like you don't have a party name.
We need one.
You haven't been advertising yourselves.
I think we're called the Soul Jar Destroyers.
Yeah.
At this point.
The second class 4.
I wanted to yell something like that during the fight. First class, more like last class. What I did.
Do you think you made any mistakes in playing your character?
No.
Yeah, I'm sitting there. I think she's pretty constant. She doesn't have much of a character arc because it's kind of like City Austin, just kept it weird the entire time.
That's why we love her.
I like that a lot.
I started out intending to use like a southern accent from the Free Cities as a way to disguise myself, to kind of, make myself not stand out because everyone in the Free Cities talks like that.
Right.
And then promptly forgot to use that southern accent for the first, bunch of episodes.
Right.
And then kind of remembered and tried to start using it more towards the end. And I feel like that's a mistake as a player because I might have confused listeners. And I'll jump back and forth between speaking Southern with like people who aren't in the party and then speaking regular to people in the party.
Right.
Because they know that it's,
Yeah. Or maybe it's a Paxton Frith thing. Maybe Paxton has one accent, and when Frith comes out, maybe he has a different accent.
Oh, that's cool.
Or maybe I don't know. Or maybe
we'll
there's
see.
something else. Any other situations that you wish had been different, or anything else you want to talk? I guess I have one more question, but anything else anyone wants to talk about? They liked or didn't like, favorite moments, favorite things that they want to do differently, or things they want for the next series of episodes.
I wish we could have tamed the owlbears that we
man.
killed.
Yeah.
But I don't know how that would have
We probably
gone.
had been trying to stable them, and it'd been really weird. No one would stable some owl bears.
Yeah, owlbears. I really don't think they make good pets, guys. I don't. I know your heart's in the right place,
But at the end of the story, they end the game finally getting an owl.
yeah, maybe
Yeah.
very last episode. Maybe you get an owlbear.
Maybe
gonna
our
get
world is
some-
on the back of a
a giant owlbear.
giant owlbear, like a turtle.
It's owlbears all
Owlbears
the way down.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mark my words, we'll have owlbear mounts for everyone in the party by the end of season 9.
Nice.
Do you guys have any theories as to what is going on, or should I even ask?
Right now, I'm imagining like a Men in Black thing with the galaxy marbles, and I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Some sort of aquarium.
I thought for sure we were in an aquarium
Mhm.
and that the rivers were like the water filter and they sucked up some gravel and we were just going to have to pull the gravel out of the water filter.
That's a good theory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa.
But now it looks like we're in a hallway with a bunch of other of similar worlds, is what I was
Yeah,
gathering.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
That means we'll meet new characters.
hmm
I don't like crazy wicked characters, or I don't know.
Or others who've maybe attempted to do what we've done.
I wonder if there's versions of us in all those bottles.
Ooh,
Ooh.
the
Whoa.
multiverse.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks. It's going to be a few weeks of me editing and writing and getting ready for us to start recording again in the spring, and we'll take a break from releasing episodes. I may release some other stuff during that time, like I might release some music from the episodes, or I don't know if anyone maybe we'll do a one shot of some kind if I can come up with something, since not everyone will be here. But yeah, we'll have some other stuff coming out on the podcast feed. But until then, until we start putting out the new stuff, thanks everyone for listening. Thanks to you guys for being here and for playing. And we'll see everyone in the new year.
Happy New Year's, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yay.